Okay, guys, I'm bringing y'all another story time today, and I want to talk to you about why it is important to work with your ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels when you practice magic, spirituality, any type of form of metaphysics. When I first started practicing, and I was practicing natural magic, meaning no ancestors, no spirit guides, no deities. I wasn't really in contact with I didn't have a close relationship with my ancestors and spirit guides. I would get messages from them, but it was just like a feeling that I would get that I needed to act on something, a feeling I would get that I needed to do something, a feeling, just a nudge. And I always trusted myself enough to go with the feelings that I had. But the difference is when I learned how to actually build a relationship with my ancestors the proper way, and my guardian angels and my deities that I work with, the messages became so much clearer. They became so much more frequent. And I start getting just guided every day. I feel like I'm guided throughout my life. When I meet somebody, I know, should I deal with this person? I would know, no, don't deal with this person. Deal with this person. I can see straight through people now. I can see through them like a piece of glass, like a glass cup. I can see straight through them. So I'll know exactly what their intentions are. That's one of the benefits. Another benefit, it enhances your psychic abilities. So once you start communication with your ancestors and with your spirit guides and the guardian angels, you will see that your clairvoyant gift becomes sharper and it becomes stronger. You will notice that you will just begin to understand the messages that are given to you so much more clearer. And I can give you an example of just a gift that I have in a story time that I have that happened to me some years ago about a friend I had that passed away, that was murdered. So basically what I've noticed in my life is every friend or family member, whether it's friend or family that I've ever had, if they pass away, they always come to me in a dream and communicate with me or give me a message. And that was normal. No big deals have been happening to me for years, but this one time it was different. So I had a friend named Shalise. I shouldn't say her name, but her name is Shalise. And her mom and my mom were nurses, and they were good friends. I met Shalise when I was about 8 years old and knew her all the way up until she passed away. We went to middle school and high school together as well. Shalise was on American Idol for a little while, and she also was in the streets too when she got off of American Idol. She was in the streets from high school, like into gangs and things like that. I didn't know how serious she was into gangs or into the street life until she died. I didn't know how serious it was, but basically when I lost my friend Shalise, I heard that she died. She got shot in the head, and that was really devastating for me. I believe it was 2008 when that happened, if I'm not mistaken. And I was living in Oklahoma City, and I found out and just devastated. So I attended her funeral. And when I attended the funeral, I saw a lot of guys from high school that I knew, but just inside of the funeral parlor, it was wild. It looked like the movie Colors. I don't know if you saw the movie Colors, where inside of the church there was all red because it was all Bloods inside of the church because they lost one of their fellow Bloods. And the Bloods were guarding the door with guns and stuff like that. That's how her funeral was in Oklahoma.
What is so special, you ask? Another black boy bites the dust to which thou art returned. I knew this boy, this Robert Craig, whose mama brought him up as best she could. It wasn't the lack of love that brought this boy down. Amen. It was the scourge of drugs and gangs. And what makes this day so special is we have now declared war upon this place. Yeah. we see that this scourge of gang violence is driven from us.
Come on now.
We've been bullied too long by these sawed-off gangsters. These gangbangers, as they call themselves. And now it is time for decent folk, for the people of God to start banging back.
Amen.
Are we afraid of these hoodlums?
No.
I said, are we afraid of these terrorists?
I mean, people that were 70, 80 years old, 60 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old, everybody had on red. Everybody in the whole funeral had on red. I don't believe I wore red because I didn't know the protocol that that's what everybody would be doing. And I didn't know her gang life was that serious. But anyway, I attended the funeral. That's how it looked in the funeral. After the funeral, years later, you know, I would think about Shalise from time to time. She would just come up in my mind. And but one night I had a dream about Shalise, and when I had a dream, she was telling me a story about how she actually died. She was upset that the story that was being told about how she died wasn't exactly how it happened. It's like she was telling me like things happened a little bit differently than what was reported by the police and what I read in the newspaper and what I was told. So she was showing me that she was in the car with her boyfriend and a third guy. So it's three of them in the car, and they were in the car. They pulled up at a park, and they were parked in a parking lot, and they were smoking PCP. The third guy, she had her boyfriend in the car, was the dude she was currently dating, but the third guy in the car was a guy that she used to date, that she didn't date anymore. So the guy that she didn't date anymore is the guy that killed her. And I heard that she owed him like a couple $100 or something. But she showed me how he turned around from the driver's seat and shot her in the head and killed her right there in the car. And I didn't even see that there was an argument or anything like that going on. And then after he shot and killed her, he pulled his gun out and shot her current boyfriend in the head, or shot him somewhere. And then that's how it happened. And they made it seem like she got kidnapped and the dude killed her because of the money only. Like, he kidnapped her. That's what they tried to make it out in the news. Anyway, I woke up from that dream, and after I woke up, I heard her screaming her own name. She's like, I just heard, Shalise, 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 like really loud. It was a voice coming from, and I just heard that noise, and I woke up and I said, okay. I hear you, Shalise. I got it. I got your message. I got your dream. I got you. What else do you want to tell me, sweetie? I just said, what else would you like to say to me? And I didn't hear anything else. So that same day, like, I just wanted to let her know that, you know, I heard you. I got your message in your dream. And her mother was still alive at the time, and her sister was still alive. So I posted her picture and a memory of her on Facebook. And her mother and sister and a lot of our high school friends saw it. And that just made me feel better, just like giving her tribute that, you know, I still think about you. I still love you, girl. You're still my friend, you know. But it was such a different experience being contacted that way with her yelling and screaming that I called my mom. And I told my mom, hey, Mom, you know, I had a dream about Shalise, and she was screaming my name, and I saw how she got killed in the dream, and she was just yelling my name when I woke up, but she was telling me how it really happened, that she got murdered, and it wasn't exactly the way it was reported. And my mom said, you know, I also do that. I dream about everyone that's ever passed in my life, whether they're family or friends. They always come to me and give me a message. So that's one of the ways that you also receive spiritual contact. When someone passes away and you have a dream about them, it's like one of the ways that they let you know that they're still thinking about you, that they're doing well on the other side. It's a way of them coming back to communicate with you. I also have different ways that my ancestors communicate with me as well. Like sometimes I would just smell my grandmother or my aunts that have passed away, and I know they have very distinctive perfumes that they wore and smells. So I know exactly who it is. So dreaming about them, smelling them, and sometimes, you know, some people actually feel like they see them. Some people can see their loved ones, like a translucent image of their loved ones in their presence during times of stress and during times of anger. But just my point I was trying to make about the video is just communicating with your ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels and deities that you work with, and telling them you would like help on your journey, that you would like them to help guide your life in a positive way, and you like to build a relationship with them. That makes all of your gifts stronger, all your spiritual gifts, your gift of clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience. It makes all of those gifts stronger. And you receive more clearer messages about your future and others' futures. All your gifts begin to be enhanced. I also have the gift to know, like, if somebody's going to pass away. Like, I knew before my grandfather passed away, my grandmother passed away. I knew it before my uncle passed away. I knew it before. There's certain signs that my spirits give me that I know. And when I go through that, it is very stressful, because I start to check in with the people that are closest to me to warn them about certain things to do and to not do. I don't know if y'all saw Eve's Bayou, but when the aunt got the premonition that a child was going to die, you know, the same thing happens to me. Sometimes we don't always know who it is, but those are the times I get stressed out, is when I don't know who it is. And I have to kind of contact the people that are close in my life and make sure, don't do this, because I see it happening this way. Somebody's going to pass away. I'm telling you it's going to happen like this. And then later on, we'll find out who it is. And a lot of times we are relieved when it's not one of our close family members. And I get notifications when my people pass away from my first husband's family, my second husband's family. I get notifications when a lot of people pass away. That's one of the things. It gets stressful when I can't pinpoint it, but I'll have like a strong feeling that someone's about to pass away, and I can't explain that feeling. It's clairsentience, or I'll see it. I'll actually see it when I communicate with my spirits every day. I talk to my spirits once a day, and they give me all types of messages. So I'll actually see it then. Strengthening your relationship with your spirit guides and your spirit team will actually help your spell work, because you'll know exactly what you need to do in the spell. There will be no guesswork. So whatever you're trying to accomplish or achieve, you'll be able to achieve it much better and much easier, because you've got direct information from your spirit guides, your ancestors, and you're not just guessing and feeling around. So it helps with that as well. But that's all I wanted to let you guys know, the benefits of having a close relationship with your spirit team. And so thank y'all for listening to this story time, and y'all have a great day.